Konnichiwa, my friends. Welcome back to yet another adventure. Today we find ourselves in the beautiful Osaka, Japan, and today we're gonna explore the city. Our first stop is at the metro station, so let's get going. As we're making our way to the metro, look at the architecture. Whoa, look at this building. And over here we have one of the many thrift stores. Now, something about Osaka is it's way different from Tokyo. In Tokyo, as we saw, it's very clean, it's very organized. If I had to compare the two, I would say Tokyo is much more like Metropolis, and Osaka is Gotham. It's dark, it's gritty, it's filled with soul. And that's not to say that Tokyo also isn't filled with soul. It's a beautiful city, it's really cool. But there's something about Osaka that it's just has that grit. We have made it to the subway station. Let's go in. We're in, and look at this. You have restaurants over to this side. You have clothing stores. Even if you're on the go and you need another luggage, you're set. This place is packed too. You got people dressed very well, but I think I'm dressed a little better. That's another thing about Japan is that you see all sorts of cool styles. It's a complete vibe. And to get in, we do a quick tap tap, and we are in, my friends. The trains here are always on time. When I say on time, they are not a second late. They pull up, they're on time. Whoa! Oh man, the door just opened on its own. But the trains are very safe here, and they are very efficient. The nice thing too about the trains is that they're air conditioned, and they have these nice monitors right there so you can see your stops. Usually people don't tend to talk too much. Maybe it's because it's a weekend. Now, believe it or not, we're still underground the station, and as I'm walking trying to find an exit, there is this entire food hall right behind me. You have all sorts of cool stuff here. This is incredible. We have made it, my friends, to our first destination. Umeda's a pretty popular building here. It's 40 stories. It's around 200 meters, which is almost 600 feet. And we got some sort of celebration going on over here. I like how they're dressed. No way, we even have samurais. But we're going up into Umeda. What an entrance this is. Now, I don't know what any of this says, but this is impressive. Going up. Behold, my friends, we have made it to the top, and what an incredible view. You can really see the size of the city. As you guys can see, the sun's setting. I had to get a late start today just due to the fact that it's ridiculously hot here in Osaka in July, the time this video is being filmed. It's about 100 degrees each day, and as you can see, people are lined up here. They want to get their picture, so we're gonna keep it moving. On to the next one. All right, that was fun to go see the Umeda Sky Building, and look at how tall it is from the ground. I mean, I'm over here bending my back. And another thing is that it's a relatively new building. Now, it was built in around 1993, so it's not as old as some of the more historic buildings. And with that, off to our next location. All right, my friends, we have arrived at our next destination, Shinsenkai. Now, looks like things are closing up. I'm a little shocked. I didn't realize things closed this early. But one of the more impressive things here is this tower. And no, my friends, this is not the Eiffel Tower, although it was inspired by it. This is Tsutenkaku Tower. From the top of this, there are beautiful views of Osaka. And that's what makes it such a popular destination. And look at this art underneath the tower. We are in our next stop, and what kind of tour would this be if I didn't show you guys the comfort food? Look what just came out. Now this bad boy right here is called the okonomiyaki. You guys notice this entire part right here is a grill, and you take this utensil right here and you start cutting it up. Now I hope I'm doing this right. Am I good? Am I doing it right? Yeah? Yes. No? Yep, I'm doing it good? Okay, cool. Wow, I don't even know where to begin. So, first of all, basically what an okonomiyaki is it's a bunch of cabbage mixed in with batter, I believe. And then in this one, at least the one I got, they throw in shrimp, octopus, beef, pork. And really, I mean, nothing quite overpowers anything else. They all work together in perfect harmony. and then on top they throw some Japanese mayo and a sauce. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's much more savory. It's not sweet, although it looks like syrup. And that, my friends, is the okonomiyaki. Oh man, and I was so busy talking about the okonomiyaki, I forgot to tell you guys about this. Now, here in Japan, they give you a towel. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to clean your hands with it before eating, which is an interesting custom that I'm not used to, but when you're in the country, you gotta show respect and you gotta follow the customs. On that note, I'm starving, so I'm gonna finish this delicious okonomiyaki. I will see you guys at our next stop. Whoa, check out all of these capsule machines. Oh, and what is this we have right here? We have more capsule machines, but this one says 18 and up. And of course, we gotta play. It's 500 yen, about, let's say $3, something like that. All right, we go like that. We put our money in, we turn. All right, let's see what we got. It has to be good, right? It's 18 and up. What is this? Now, I'm speechless. I got panties, so you guys can see. I'm honestly shocked. I was thinking, oh, it's an 18 and up, like it's gonna be something interesting, it's gonna be something cool. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with these, honestly. If you come here, these are the gachapon, and they definitely got me. Where we're walking through right now is more of the lively area. I'm not gonna lie, seeing all these lights and people walking around, I kind of feel like I'm in Vegas a little bit, like a very, very small version of it. You guys see this restaurant right here. The people here, they fish for their own dinner. You can see people just behind me fishing. I mean, I wonder like what happens if you don't catch a fish, if they just like eventually prepare one for you. But it's a really cool concept. Unfortunately, we don't have time to do that tonight, but maybe one day. All right, my friends, and it is off to our next location. All right, my friends, we have made it to our final location. Welcome to the heart of Osaka, the soul, the epicenter of the nightlife, one of the biggest food scenes, my friends. This is Dotonbori, and we're gonna take a little stroll. Now, as you guys can see, this is a pretty crowded area. Check out this canal right here. Sometimes you see boats coming through, like this one right here. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have anyone. As you walk through here, you see a little bit of everything. And my friends, I would be remiss if I didn't show you guys the famous Glico sign. In all honesty, I really don't know why it's super famous. I mean, it's really just a food processing company. It might be because it went viral on Instagram. It might be because it looks cool. It's in one of the most popular areas here in Osaka. We'll never know. But there it is. On that note, we're gonna keep it moving because people want to take pictures here. And as you guys can see, this place is food galore. You have all sorts of locales, you have restaurants, you have clubs. Look at that, it looks like you even have a Ferris wheel. You even have cool art like this over here. This place is an absolute vibe. All right, my friends, and this is where we are going to end today's adventure. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed exploring Osaka, and we just barely scratched the surface. There are so many cool places here. And honestly, there just wasn't enough time to explore everything, especially getting a late start and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed what we did see. Until the next adventure. Now, I usually say peace out, but because we're here in Japan, I'm gonna say, ja ne.